Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week, I've got Joe.
Hey, man.
And Jimmy is not here.
Oh, twist.
Guess who is here? It's Claire.
I'm here.
What's up?
I'm so excited to be here, and I probably won't be here for a while, so it's good to be here now.
Yeah, an unplanned, last hurrah. Because, we assumed Jimmy was going to be here up until, 3 days ago.
Hey, I'm glad I got a sitter. He can go out tonight.
Yeah.
Do his thing.
Jimmy and Dr. Michelle are going to go get crunk. I don't know. I assume they have 2 kids. They don't do that anymore. They're going to go have a nice meal somewhere.
They're just
home.
sleeping.
Or they might just they got a sitter. They're going to take naps.
Or Jimmy's going to just start texting us all because he just did, as we started the pod.
Yeah, he's catching up on texts.
He knows what we're doing.
Jimmy got a sitter, so now he can text people. Should be good. Yeah. No, okay. Yeah, you'll probably be gone for a hot minute. Well, I mean, once you're gone, Joe's gone, too. So this might be the last hurrah. Is that little baby popping out anytime soon?
Hopefully not. Definitely. Joe was just telling me today that she's got to stay until at least the 2nd of July. So,
I mean, as time of recording, it's the 25th. Wait, what day is it?
Yeah.
So I'm saying that's only a week ish.
Mm-hmm.
She can stay for a week, right?
We're hoping, but she could pop anytime.
Hotel Claire isn't gonna kick her out.
No way. Although she has started kicking at night and keeping me up, and that's kind of not cool.
Hotel Claire is getting a little fed up.
Never. I just take naps during the day.
That sounds great.
Except for today I took a nap and then I thought I was done with the nap and I just wasn't, and took another nap, and then Joe caught me and I felt so embarrassed. Double napping. I
have definitely had days where I have especially if it's I feel like a sunny room does it to me.
Oh, okay.
If you're taking a nap, naps are couches and weird spots, locations generally. I don't nap in my bed.
So I was bed napping.
That's
you're saying if you catch a sunspot, you might just get sleepy.
No.
Josh's a little puppy.
I am a little puppy, but that's beyond the point. No, I'm just saying sometimes I'll fall asleep on the couch and it'll be sunny afternoon, and then I'll kind of wake up and it'll be but what if I just roll over and then the sun gets my back and then I fall back asleep and then it's 3 more hours kind of thing. And it's just what did I just went to bed in the middle of the day.
That was me today.
Which is, I think, what you're describing.
That was exactly me.
Yeah. It's amazingly rare, but it'll happen. And I'll just feel you know what? I guess I didn't need to go to Target today. I guess what my day was waking up, doing nothing, taking a 6-hour nap, waking up, eating dinner, and then going back to bed. Once every 11 months, I think that's acceptable.
Well, I figure I should get as much sleep in before we have the kid, because I'm not gonna be doing that for a long time.
No,
so
you guys will be zombies soon.
So might as well just get some snoozes in. But yeah, for some reason I have this phobia of Joe catching me not doing things. So if I wake up, I'll be I'm doing laundry, or
I wasn't sitting here the whole time.
I just sat down.
And it's just I left you 10 minutes ago. Why wouldn't you just be sitting here?
Yeah. Well, of course you're just doing what you were doing 5 minutes ago. I also, it might, because is it just that, or is it the sleep thing? Because in my youth, or my 20s to 30s probably, I feel if I was falling asleep, and even when I was home and I had roommates, but if I roommates were home, I'd be weird about sleeping, taking a nap out somewhere, because I think mostly I was worried that they were gonna fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You're a little puppy. You're kind of fuckable.
Thank you.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either. I don't know.
It's a visual. It's an audio podcast, but Joe made a great face.
Yeah. For the record,
kind of like you ate a lemon.
Very, very anti messing with people while they sleep. It's a sacred space.
I agree with that, and I'm very much about that as well. But I know some people that aren't about that, and I feel that made me fearful of everybody forever.
I've never really messed with anyone while they're sleeping.
You just shouldn't do it. The only time you mess with someone when they're sleeping is when you have to shake them and you say, the bear is coming, we have to go. Like, like
they won't wake up.
You need to,
when
when you need to shake someone awake for an emergency.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, let everyone sleep for as long as they want.
But like,
if you know that they should have been at work an hour ago, they probably need to sleep. Let them go.
Oh no, wake me up. No. But like, I'm trying to think. I think there's probably been a time I've like drawn on someone that was asleep. You know,
we've all done it, but none of us should be proud of it.
No,
is what I'm saying. And that's where the fear stems from. I've done it, so I deserve it probably.
But if I had like a roommate that did that to me when I was in my house, just like having a leisurely day, I'd be so pissed.
I don't think it was. Yeah, it's just 20s to 30s was like, I have a roommate, but also there's 4 other people there all the time for some reason.
Yeah.
So there is no napping. And then if you are like, and I'm like, I got a nap, they're going to drop my face.
Joe, has that ever happened to you?
I've had my face drawn on?
Yeah, while you're asleep. Because you're a good napper.
Pretty deep napper.
Yeah.
I don't think so. There's another like sleep, like waking someone up memory that came back though. And it was like, like deep college where like me and my 2 other roommates are living in an apartment. And it was a thing where like one of my roommate's friends like had to like he dropped off a woman at our apartment. Like, oh, she's too drunk and just like needs to sleep it off, and just like he just like left her at our apartment. But
okay.
I don't even think we were home at the time or something, or like at least I wasn't home. But it was like a type of thing where like we all got up the next day and we're just like, hey, who is this person that's on our couch? And like the one roommate was just like, oh, that's like Charlie's friend. She had to sleep here. And we're just like, okay. So like, is she leaving or what? Or like, is she okay? Or like,
I want to play some PlayStation.
and yeah, so she was just like sleeping on her couch, and we were just like kind of just like in the living room, just being like, should we wake her up or not? And then eventually someone got the idea of like, we started like throwing shoes like in the vicinity of her to see if she would wake up.
That's just the weirdest passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Fucking...
Instead of just like tapping her on the shoulder, like, hey, are you okay? Do you need to go home? But yeah, we're just like throwing shoes. And then eventually like someone accidentally like hit her with a shoe and she woke up, and the 3 of us just walked into our bedrooms and heard her wake up and like get her stuff and leave. And then we went out into the living room.
That's pretty terrible.
Dude, that's wild. I feel like
throwing shoes though.
Yeah.
I feel like
gonna throw?
my room, that probably a scenario similar to that has probably happened in one of my roommate situations where I had a place where there's 3 of us, and then sometimes we had a couple couches, so sometimes there'd just be someone on the couch, and what would happen is like you'd be like, well, I assume one of my 2 roommates knows this person.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm gonna play Bloodborne right now, so they're gonna fucking deal with it.
Continue with my day.
And you know what? Hey, if they sleep for 4 more hours, I don't give a shit. But I'm gonna just do my shit. I'm not gonna be loud about it. I'll be respectful, but I'm not gonna not play Bloodborne. Am I right?
I think I would just not. I think I would avoid it at all costs.
Nah.
I would.
But
be
I wouldn't be
opposite.
throwing shoes around.
I feel like it was like late in the day, and we're just like, all right, what's going on?
If it was late in the day, I could understand something, or like calling up the friend to be like, you need to come get your friend.
Yeah, I'm not an early riser. I wouldn't be like
That's true.
trying to rustle someone awake.
I feel like if it's like 11:30 a.m. and like we're starting to make like it's like Saturday, so maybe the roommates are gonna make eggs together.
Yeah.
Then you just start making food, and then you go like, hey, rando on my couch, you want some eggs?
That'd be kind of you. Joe just throws shoes at them.
Yeah. We have different ways of figuring out the info.
If I like got woken up to by a shoe being thrown at me though, like that's very scary.
But you don't.
But would it be
but
less
you don't
scary?
even know if it's you just like something happened.
Would it be less scary
And when you
though?
look around, there's shoes all over.
Would it be better if you were alone when you woke up, or would it be worse if you woke up and there were 3 dudes just staring at you? Because we just walked away thinking that would be slightly better.
Well, did she see you walk away? Because I'm sure she
I don't
did.
know.
She saw you guys all like skadoot to your bedrooms. I think it's all bad, but I would also probably have already like woken up and freaked out because I'm not that heavy of a sleeper most of the time, and especially if I'm not in my bed or in my own space, like I'm gonna hear someone like creek to get water at 5 a.m. and I'm out of there. Even if I was like having a drunk night.
Sure.
I'm not going to be on the couch very long.
Well, it sounds like she was having a real drug night. So, what are you going to do?
I mean, the shoes.
Hey,
They work.
Hey, she stayed safe. Everything worked
made it
out.
through the night.
She got hit by a shoe, but she didn't die.
Yeah.
You know?
What do you even know? Like the after story? Like
No, I've never saw that person ever again in my life.
Never learned her name.
I also find it really rude that somebody would just drop off their random friend at your place.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, exactly.
That's rude on the other
I
friend.
mean, were you like 26?
Was I 26?
I'm just trying to figure out like how old someone would have been. Like
No.
18 to 26.
College.
Okay, so
Yeah.
18 to 26, I say that's a fully acceptable thing that
I
happens.
think it was the type of thing where like we were like 20-year-olds living in apartments, and like this, like our roommate's friend was like, a sophomore living in the dorms, and it was like, well, I can't take her back to her dorm, so I'm just going to stash her here at this apartment.
You absolutely could just take her.
Not when you're not like if it was a
You
guy.
shouldn't stay with her then at the
Yeah,
dorm, but you
you
could
can't.
absolutely just take her
And send
home.
her
At
home, I
my
don't know.
dorm, I feel like a male couldn't have brought me back.
Yeah,
my dorm.
exactly.
I mean, I guess it does depend on what college.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Obviously.
Catholic colleges.
yeah, same here. Jesuit.
Well,
baby.
I guess, and then it's like, you can't hand her off to like the person at the front
The
desk.
RA.
Because
yeah,
then,
she's gonna get
because
a
then
write
she's
up
gonna
or
get in
whatever.
trouble or
Yeah.
some shit. So
Mhm.
maybe this was the best bet.
Mm-hmm.
I still think you gotta like stay with your friend.
I think they maybe should have
Yes,
stayed.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Or they should have just brought her back to wherever they were going and then
Mhm.
brought her home later. It is weird,
Mhm.
but hey, wait here with that shoe, Joe. If people aren't here for the college drama, Joe, what kind of podcast is First and Last?
This is a TV show podcast where we analyze TV shows based on their first and last episode. We'll watch the first episode, review that episode, and then before watching the last episode, we will make predictions for what we think will happen. Then we watch the last episode, see how we did on those predictions, and then also rate the show on its beginning and end. You may recognize that we are not watching any episodes in between. Most of these shows that we watch are shows that we have not seen, so we're just seeing the beginning and ending and nothing in between and judging it based on that.
You almost sounded like you were like bringing up like someone has commented on the way we do things, and I need to make sure that
Responding to it.
they know our official response.
Yeah. Just trying to make it clear.
It was very clear.
First and last.
That's it.
When Joe's on a roll like that, I don't look at him just to make sure I don't mess up like the speech he's doing.
It's probably the best.
Yeah. Claire,
Yeah.
you brought the show?
I did because I spent a little time this afternoon looking to see what shows we haven't watched and what's available on the internets, which there's a lot, but
There's a couple shows left.
this one I think is also like I'm hoping will be like an Aunt Nancy pick because I feel like it's a vibe. I feel like a lot of people like it. I feel like it's a good one. I have also listened to a lot of podcasts lately that have been talking about it. So it's just it was on my mind. So
When you said an Aunt Nancy vibe, I assumed it was like maybe an older show,
yes.
but then you said people are recently talking about it, and then I was
Yes.
like, wait, is it a newer show?
But I mean, I think it's just timeless. You're never going to guess it.
Okay.
It is set in Chicago. Yeah. 1970. I wrote it down. 1972 to 1978.
72 to 78. What's the Fat Albert?
I think you guys have already watched that.
I don't think so.
Well, put that on the list.
And I don't know shows from the 70s, so I have no idea.
It's the Bob Newhart Show.
Mm.
So he is a psychologist in Chicago. Also, I would like us to play the drinking game that I read about online
Oh boy, okay.
as we watch this. Anytime someone says Bob, you drink your drink. And anytime someone says hi, Bob, which apparently is like hundreds of times in the series, you have to drink your whole drink.
I think that means we should reverse that. Wait, hi
it's
Bob's
just a
hi Bob's
sip.
rarer.
A sip for Bob, a hi, Bob, is a full drink.
How weird and messed up do you want me and Joe to be by the end of this podcast?
I mean, I have no idea how it's going to go. This is just what the college kids did in the 70s. And since we're talking college and throwing shoes, we could live that life tonight.
I once went to a wedding where it was a Catholic wedding. I think they were Catholic. And the speeches that they were giving, they were saying something along the like words of like, oh, like, I'm so glad like God gave them this or like did it or whatever. So every time like God provided, basically, our table took a drink, and halfway through the speeches, we stole a bottle of wine from a different table.
Hey, you're just tributing to God and his bounty, right?
Providing.
Because he's refilling those wine bottles.
They were
right?
saying something like very specific, but it seemed like it was like, this is definitely like a Catholic thing that they're saying.
I'm trying to think of what it could be.
I couldn't, I can't remember. Funny enough is I bet Jimmy knows.
Oh,
because
sure.
he was at the table.
Oh, he
yeah.
remembers.
Oh yeah. I just remember we're out of booze.
We can't continue this, and there's still more speeches.
And there was like a little server table that was next to it, like a column next to where we were, and it had a bunch of bottles of champagne on it. So we just grabbed like another one and opened it up because we're naughty.
No, you should. They've already paid for it.
Yeah, someone's got to drink it, right? Bob Newhart.
Yep. So it was a show, I think, on ABC, if I'm right.
So Bob Newhart. Okay, how dumb can I sound? Ready? Bob Newhart had the Bob Newhart Show, but did he? Okay, now that I see him, he was Elf's. He was Papa Elf.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
I was noticing
Elf.
that he like came up for that because I don't know him from that.
You don't know him from Elf?
Do
you know him from ER or some shit?
I think I've only seen like half of Elf. I don't really know Elf
man.
like that. I fell asleep when I had heard it was good.
Do you know him from Young Sheldon?
He's been in so much stuff, but he did pass in 2024, so R.I.P.
Oh.
Throwing out for him. But then all of his shows that he's had on TV have all included his name. So there's Bob Newhart. Then there's Newhart.
Yeah, just Newhart.
And then there's one about Bob and something. And then his last one is like, you wouldn't think it's his name because it's like George and Isles or something. But his real first name is George. And his middle name is Robert. And he wanted to be called Bob. Which, you know, a lot of people were named Bob. Is that name ever coming back?
Bob? Robert? Bobby?
Like, cause that was like, you know, like it's even like the British joke, like, and Bob's your uncle. Like, everybody has an Uncle Bob.
Mm-hmm.
I have an Uncle Bob. Works for me.
Bob's your uncle.
I just can't think of a child named Bob.
But you might call him Bobby until he's
Yes,
big.
I can think of a child named Robert, Robbie, Bobby.
But not Bob.
But not Bob.
I can think of like a cat named Bob.
Yeah.
I like want to ask an
Someone
adult
big.
named Bob, like, when did you become Bob?
Yeah, were you always Bob?
Were you always Bob?
Were
Like
you,
little
as a
Bob?
kid, were you just like Bob?
Yeah, I don't know. I've taught a long time, and I've taught a lot of all those other names, but not a Bob.
Remember that rapper B.O.B.?
Bob?
Bob? He's like a...
Joe
He
always
had
wins
airplanes.
trivia with that fucking clue right there.
with Haley Williams.
Yeah.
Airplanes, remember?
It, like, won us a free drink when we were in
The Virgin Islands.
Virgin Islands. 'cause
That's
he
right,
knew
that's
that.
right, yeah.
B.O.B.'s providing?
B.O.B. provides.
That's what the Catholics were saying, and that's what you're drinking. B.O.B. provides.
Somebody's got to.
The only like reference I have for the show is I feel like maybe in like TV documentaries or something it was referenced. I just know of the Bob Newhart Show as like a groundbreaking TV show, but I literally know nothing about it.
Well, hopefully we like it.
Have you ever seen it?
I've not.
Neither have I.
not.
Mhm.
I just know who
No
Bob
idea.
Newhart is.
I
Obviously,
think
but
I've seen clips of it because, again, he was like famous, or it is a famous show, and he's a psychologist, and like I follow a lot of those similar things. And again, like I was hearing about it on podcasts.
How similar to like Frasier's is going to be?
I don't think it's gonna be like because he's not like a radio show.
Proto Frasier.
I think he's gonna have it's like a proto Frasier where he's gonna have like groups and stuff, like therapy groups.
Is it gonna be like that? Is this?
I don't think he's gonna be. I don't know. I think he's gonna be a bad therapist, but then part of me wants him to be a good therapist. I did also.
I mean,
read,
it is comedy, right? So like
Yeah.
him being a good therapist wouldn't be, but Frasier's a good therapist.
Frasier's Frasier.
Frasier's Frasier. So he had the Bob Newhart Show from 72 to 78,
Yes.
and then he had Newhart from 82 to 90.
Yeah, and he's like a totally different person in that.
And then later he had Bob from 92
Yeah.
to 93.
He's just shorting the names of his.
Yeah.
Buh.
And then the last one, the last TV show he started was it George? Is it
George and Leo.
Yeah. Oh, I was so close. But yeah, his real first name is George. So all the shows that he's been in, starred in, all have his name, which I thought was interesting. He also, I read that he made them change the character a little bit. It was supposed to be a psychiatrist, and he wanted to change it to a psychologist because he didn't want to make fun of people who had significant mental health issues.
Can you explain to me the difference?
One's like a doctor, one's like a therapist.
One can prescribe you drugs.
Yeah.
Which one is he?
He can.
The one that can't. I'm
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
No, he
Can
can.
or can't?
Can. Psychologist.
Psychologists can prescribe you drugs.
Psychiatrists can't, I think. Now I feel like I have to Google it, and I don't have my Google machine
I
with
just
me.
want to know if there's drugs in this show or not.
It's the 70s. What? Hopefully drugs.
If the
and
drugs
shoes.
aren't in the show, the actors have them in their bodies.
But the other thing that he was very like clear about with the character was he didn't want to have any kids. Because he didn't want like Dad, you're so dumb. Like he didn't want that like whole like I can't think of the word. Like the sitcom, what's it called when it's like a thing in a sitcom? You guys know
The trope?
That's what I'm talking about. The trope. He didn't want the dumb dad trope. So
Sure.
he didn't want to have kids.
Interesting.
So I don't think
Dumb
we'll see.
dad was already a thing back then.
We'll leave
Dad's
it to Beaver.
been dumb for a while now. Okay, well, you know what? I feel like we are just ready to figure out what the fuck this is.
Let's tuck in.
So the first episode looks like it's called Fly the Unfriendly Skies.
Ooh.
Bob Newhart, 1972, fucking believed in his show and didn't call it pilot. Thank you, Bob Newhart.
I think you're gonna be happy.
But it's a show about, but it's an episode maybe about a pilot because it's on a plane, apparently.
And I'm fine with that.
Oh,
That'd be nuts. That'd be nuts.
And I'm fine with that. All right, cool. So we're going to check that out, and we'll be back after that. And we're back from the first episode of the Bob Newhart Show. It was called Fly the Unfriendly Skies. Claire, do you have a write-up?
I do have a write-up, but before I read my write-up, I need to make one clarification.
Clarification.
Yeah. In the previous segment, I was incorrect in saying a psychologist is like the doctor that prescribes medication. A psychologist is more of a talk therapy person. And a psychiatrist is the one who writes prescriptions and does drugs. So
Gives the drugs.
just
there
really
weren't drugs in this episode.
just really want to
That's
make
what we're
sure that I'm not offending anyone out there.
So if you wrote something, delete that comment, you jerk.
Or send it in anyway at fnlpodcast@gmail.com.
There you go. Or do that.
But here we go. Psychologist Bob Hartley shepherds his fear of flying class on a graduation trip from Chicago to New York. His wife Emily is supposed to jet along too, but Bob finds out why they honeymooned in Gary, Indiana. She's also afraid of airplanes. Bob schedules a confident, brilliant expert as guest speaker, his neighbor, airline navigator Howard Bowden, to comfort his class, which includes Mr. Carlin and Mrs. Bakerman. And that's from David Stevens on IMDb. I don't know who Mr. Carlin or Mrs. Bakerman, but they were in this episode.
Yeah, well, because what was his name? Howard? Was that the pilot neighbor?
Yes, Howard Borden.
He had a wife. But I don't remember what Howard's last name was. Was it Hoover? Was he named Howard Hoover?
Borden.
He was Borden?
Howard Borden.
Okay.
The neighbor. And apparently, when this show came out, there's no such things as airline navigators anymore. So it was different than a pilot.
Oh, it's not. Is it just like a co-pilot now?
I'm not really sure. I don't know enough other than to say that was not actually a role on airplanes in 1973.
Well, this episode was about conquering your fear of flying. So I guess the first question is, who's afraid of flying?
I mean, a little, but not really.
I'm asleep
Yeah.
before the plane takes off.
Oh, do
usually.
you get the air in you? Like the air hits you from above and you just are gone?
That's something about the vibrations or something, or the white noise in there. But like I find it hard to stay awake before the plane takes off.
Yeah.
And I want to see the plane take off. It's the fun part of the plane.
Man,
And the drinks.
Man, that's wild. I'm 100% awake the whole time.
Yeah, it sounds
There's
terrible.
no and it's not because I'm not like afraid of flying. I think I used to be a little anxious about it, and then I think one time I just went, you can't control whether or not you live or die.
Yes.
So I just like turned it off.
Yeah,
like I literally
that's where
I just decided I'm like I'm in God's hands.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like no longer like I guess anxious at all because I'm just like whatever.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do? Literally nothing.
I don't know. Travel in general makes me anxious, so I'm already like anxious because I'm traveling. And
I feel like I'm probably less like I think sitting on the plane finally means like cool.
Yeah,
I guess
you
it's
made
good.
it. Mhm.
Hopefully I don't have to poop in the next hour.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
You know, but
I don't even want to pee. I don't want to use the bathroom at all.
I mean I'm big, as we found out last week. I'm 7'8", 450.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm not, but I am 6'3", and so I'm generally like I want to be in the aisle because that's it. Sometimes I've been in planes where the window seat, it literally like my shoulders like hit the ceiling kind of thing. So I'm just like always like, can I be in the aisle? And I'm a peer. If you tell me I'm not allowed to pee, I have to pee immediately. And if I'm sitting in a like window seat, I'm always gonna be like I'm gonna pee constantly. Just like basic psychology of just me being like, and they can't give me drugs, so I can't not pee. You know, no, but if I'm out on the aisle, then it's cool. I just don't want to bug anybody either.
I don't like to bug anybody, and I'm with you where I try really hard to not have to pee. I will say, miscalculated that on our last flight because I'm pregnant and I didn't realize like, girl, you're gonna have to pee like 17 times.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I had like the window seat because I'm awake. Joe's asleep.
I'm asleep.
Well, that's my biggest fear because that's my fear of flying is that someone's asleep and I need to pee. I mean, if it was like Joe, I'd be like, fucking wake up.
Yeah.
But like, if it's a stranger, I'd be like, do I pee my pants or do I wake the stranger up?
You just throw the shoes at them.
Yeah.
Oh
Wake
yeah.
'em up.
I hit it. I slap the stranger. It was the sole of my
Most
shoe.
of the time, it just takes a little bit of like awkward ruffling, and then the person will move.
Yeah,
is
that's
what
fair.
I've learned because everybody's just kind of uncomfortably asleep.
Yeah. Well, it works out because I never am asleep. Then I'm on the aisle, and if someone wants to pee, it's not a big deal to me. So I just get up. So it's like I'm unbothered by moving for people. So
Well, you should like tell them that because I still feel like the window person is over there like holding her pee.
well, we should all feel comfortable asking people to do basic human decency things that we need to, even if even if it's 3 times in a 4-hour flight or something like that.
Yeah, I guess.
It is 7 seconds of annoyingness. It's nothing.
I hate though when you like get up and you think the bathroom's empty and you get up and then it's like somebody walks in right before you and then you have to like stand there in the aisle and be like all in the way for like as long as they take, and sometimes people take longer than I would. And I'm just like standing there and you're like trying to not block the peanut distribution and
Well, you can't get up while the cart's out,
I mean
or else you can't come back.
You gotta like
stuck.
time it well.
Yeah, I mean, you can time it, but yeah, you gotta be careful with that. So Bob Newhart,
Yeah, what did you think?
I mean, he's got some subtle, fun comedy to him.
It's very dry.
Hmm?
Yeah, I like dry though. I find myself watching a lot of British panel comedian TV shows. So
Yeah.
when I get a dry American, I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm interested because it is very different than a lot of the other comedies we've seen from like the 70s.
Yeah.
So I feel like makes sense. Apparently this show came out like after the Mary Tyler Moore show. Like it'd be like Mary Tyler Moore, then this show would be on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I see how those are paired together, but I'm just also a little bit surprised that it's like very Midwestern all day. It's like Minneapolis then Chicago on whatever night.
Wednesday nights, Midwest cities.
We forgot to drink to the episode though. Nobody
Did they?
drank.
No one
I don't-
said.
Yeah, I didn't hear the hi
People
Bob.
said
Did
hi
they do the
Bob. People said hi
People
Bob.
did say hi, Bob. There's no way I could have finished my drink. Come on, man.
Okay, well, we're doing sips on the last episode.
Well, you can enforce it.
I will work on remembering.
Yeah, there you go. We need someone to tell us. I mean, the main gist of this whole episode was like Bob is running a group and he's trying to get people over their fear of flying. And then to do that, the last step is to take a plane from Chicago to New York, which is what, like a 2-hour flight, maybe? Direct?
Yeah, probably around there.
two-
2.5.
Because I feel like 2.5 is like New York to Minnesota or
Mhm.
Minneapolis. But he's doing that. And his wife is he's like, oh, Emily, his wife is going to come with. And then he finds out that Emily is also afraid of flying.
The fact that he didn't know that though, like, come on.
That's just, I mean, it's 1972. They just don't fly.
Yeah. Maybe they haven't traveled much.
Those metal birds are new. Well, I mean,
No, they're not.
they're not. They're not at all. But it's not as ubiquitous form of travel as it is in 2026.
I suppose
It
it looked more roomy.
did look nice. Except for when the stewardess, they called her stewardess. But when they told him or told everybody to, like, when the oxygen masks come out, before you put it out, make sure you like put out your cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
I just can imagine that. It looks like you're floating in a bomb and someone has their cigarette.
It's just wild that they were like, you could smoke anywhere.
Yeah. Even in this contained area.
Like, imagine in like more than a week when the baby's born, if Joe was just smoking a cigarette, like blowing in your face while you're like in like labor.
I'd be
Because
so
like that's
fucking
probably what
pissed.
happened a million times back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in
I'd be in
hospitals.
labor smoking one too, though.
Yeah, you'd
So-
also you'd have one hanging out the side of your mouth, and they're like push and like.
That seems fun, but also it does blow my mind. But we had that growing up. Like, I remember being on flights and you press that little thing on the side and there'd be cigarette butts in there and people could still smoke on planes, and I was real little.
I don't really remember that. I
Really?
feel like my first flight was when I was like 12, which would have been like 97, 96.
I was little.
So I was like almost a teenager.
But maybe I'm making that up. I don't know. It is crazy to think that, like, it's not like a not smelly thing. Like, it's pretty like I don't know.
No, it's I mean, but it was just that's what everyone did. Everyone smoked. So the main thing was like, yeah, obviously Bob dealing with that. He was super dry.
Mm-hmm.
At one point he thought he had to cancel Emily's ticket, and so he like called the flight the airport or the flight people. And they were doing like a who's on first like comedy bit where he was like 21st on 21 at 29, and they were like saying all these 20 numbers to each other, and like, oh, you get it, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, cool, we're dude. Like, he was like doing like a one-sided bit because we couldn't hear the other people, and I was like, oh, okay, this is like old man humor. Right? Like Sven and Ollie. And
There seems to be like that might be a thing. I might change a prediction, but like he does a lot of like phone jokes, like where he's on the phone with someone.
mm-hmm.
At least
Did
there's
he do
two
another phone? What's the other
the
phone joke?
opening scene? He was like it was like an overeater, and it's like, oh, you overeat because you're anxious about something, and then he was like, I can't understand you with your mouth full.
It was a funny joke. That one was good.
Smoking on planes wasn't fully banned in the United States until the year 2000.
Year 2000.
In 1988, airlines banned smoking on flights that were less than 2 hours, and then it was extended to flights that were less than 6 hours in 1990.
I like it less than 2 hours because they're like they can't go more than 2 hours with a hit.
Yeah, like if you're 3 hours without smoke, that's ridiculous. You gotta let them have a smoke.
We used to do a thing when I worked for one of my jobs right out of college, that there was a bunch of like people that like smoked, and they were like, I gotta go do a smoke break. And then it was just like, they had an 8.5 hour shift, and they would like quote unquote smoke break like once every 2 hours, basically, maybe more. And then I told my boss, I was like, I gotta go eat an apple outside because I didn't smoke, but I was like, I realized the injustice here.
Yeah, you gotta get a little break.
I was like, I gotta go to the bar down the street and take a shot.
I'm surprised that with capitalism we didn't get away from that earlier, being like, no, you can't take these breaks.
Well,
I'm
but
not
like
paying you for that.
Philip Morris is also capitalism, and they wanted them to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Sure did. They lied to us for years.
Oh, they didn't lie. Smoking is cool.
Okay. Okay.
Like if in this final episode we see Bob Newhart smoking a cigarette, that dude is gonna look cooler than he did in the entire first episode.
Okay, but how old is he? Josh looked this up.
Oh, he's 43. Well, he's born in 1929. This aired in 1972. So it aired when he was 43. So he was probably 42.
Sure.
In this episode.
But how old do you feel like he looks?
He looks like he's 55.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm 41, and I am not 2 years away from what Bob Newhart looks like.
I mean, put you in that outfit, though.
Put me in that outfit. What do you mean?
I think you might look like Bob Newhart
Like
does.
I feel like I feel like I can't imagine him like riding a bike.
Like he's gonna hurt himself. Like
yeah.
Like his knees are like winding down.
I bicycled 57 miles last week. Do you think Bob Newhart in this very first episode is like his character would have been like, I biked 60 miles?
No, he's just sitting. He doesn't like chicken. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Yeah, that was a big part. It was weird about the thing like chicken. I don't know. I just find it interesting that Bob Newhart looks exactly the same like his whole entire career of show business, which he got into late because he was originally like he went to a lot of Catholic schools. So another Catholic shout out. Loyola Chicago was where he got his like degree from, but he worked in business and he hated it, and then he got into the comedy scene. So got into that kind of late, but like also looked the same his whole career. Like,
yeah,
you see him in Elf, it's the same guy.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, he's a little older. He's got a couple more wrinkles, but that man doesn't look more than 10 years older than
exactly
the Bob Newhart from this episode.
But I don't know. I'm interested. I'm also interested. The only other thing that I had read that was like a fun fact was that the wife's voice, due to smoking, goes from like, I think they said alto to baritone. Like she like her voice deepens.
Oh, she in the last episode, and she's like, "Hey, Bob."
Apparently, I don't know.
Bob.
I don't know. That's not one of my predictions because I read that previously. But yeah,
I don't think either one of me or Joe bet whether or not someone's like physical or like vocal things change so much.
They got old. But yeah, that was because apparently there was some singing involved in some episodes. So they're like, oh yeah, she started singing at a higher range than she ended at. Which is interesting. But she didn't smoke on that airplane. She got off that airplane. She couldn't even handle it.
She didn't ride the airplane.
But that's the other piece of this episode, going back to the actual episode, that I didn't understand. So he finds out his wife is afraid of flying.
Mm-hmm.
these people that he's had in his like group have been doing this for months. Like meeting for months. He's done a lot of the different therapeutic strategies to help them be prepared for a flight. His wife is like, I'm afraid. Okay, I'll just try. And like, instead of him using any of his like knowledge as a, psychologist, he's just like, okay, we're gonna book you this flight. And like the last flight she was on, she like got off. She like got off the plane before it took off, which is what she does again in this.
No, that was her friend that did it.
No, it was her.
I thought her friend, the other lady, said she did that.
No, that was
her. And then the wife did it this time. Or the wife has just did it twice.
The wife did it twice.
Okay.
And then, but I also was surprised to hear that none of the other people like followed her off the flight. Like if I was like in that fear of flying group and I watched somebody like get off the plane, I'd probably get off the plane.
Dude, I feel like if I'm on a plane in 2026 and the plane stops and turns around, I'm just gonna get off the plane. Like not, and I'm just be like, something's fucked.
I feel like somebody would just tape you to your chair and be like, I'm sorry, you're already in.
Tape me to the chair.
Yeah, you're going. We're not turning this sucker around.
I kind of feel like maybe I like gave him too much credit or something. Well, this doesn't really equal credit, but I think Bob, to his wife, was kind of like, these people are fucking nuts. They shouldn't be afraid of this. You say you're afraid of this, but like, it's fine. You'll be fine. It's not a big deal. And I think he just took it so he really thinks it's such a non-serious thing that he just kind of like brushed his wife off because he was like, fucking, it's just fine. Just sit there. And so he didn't, give her.
Which also would make sense because, like, a therapist or a psychologist is not going to normally treat the people in their lives because that would be, like, weird. And so maybe, yeah, he is of the understanding, like, well, you know what? It's just like when I don't like your chicken, I suck it up and I eat your chicken. Like, you'll suck it up and take this flight.
What's wrong with Joe's chicken?
Well, Joe makes great
Too
chicken.
much bourbon in it.
Yeah, 2 cups of bourbon, though, with
It's
some
the
shake and bake.
3 shots of bourbon Joe has sitting next to every chicken breast he serves you.
That was in this episode, everyone listening. That's not how Joe makes
Just
chicken.
some sort of recipe that looked like shake and bake, but it was also, you got to put bourbon in it?
Yeah.
Lots of bourbon?
And like a lot of
bourbon.
it, yeah.
Which would just cook off.
I guess.
Well,
but
I
I'm just
mean,
not sure.
if it was that much bourbon, maybe.
It's bourbon soup.
Depending on how long they cooked it for.
Yeah, maybe it was like more of a stew.
Fine episode. Not bad. Interesting.
Yeah, I get it.
It was once again like what did we watched Drew Carey.
Mm-hmm.
Salute Your Shorts. All of those things, like we never thought they were really gonna have like a big like intro show, right? And this did it. No one got new. No one was new interested. It was just like in the middle of a season episode. It could have been season 2, episode 4.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it's just fine. I think sitcoms just work fine when they just have, this is just what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't patronize me and make me meet the cast and tell me what we're gonna learn.
No one needs to be new for the Bob Newhart Show to be like a thing I want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you're like, it's the 70s. Are you gonna catch this? Are you not? Like, it's just.
Oh yeah, fucking yeah. Who knows? Also, there's 3 channels, so what else are you gonna watch, right?
And you just sat through Mary Tyler Moore Show. You've had your bourbons.
You had your chicken bourbons while you're watching,
bourbon.
so you're good to go.
You're just good to go.
Yeah,
you're tucked in.
Should we predict some things?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Claire, you want to go?
I would love to.
All right.
Okay, so you were just talking about how there's not a start to this episode, but this one I feel really strongly. I think that this is a show that is gonna have a true finale. Like this is gonna be a goodbye. Like we're done.
What would be a not true finale? Like
where you don't have an ending. It just kind of like ends.
Like the last episode is Bob treats someone who's afraid to ride a submarine.
Yes.
Okay.
That would not be a true finale.
Okay.
I think there's going to be singing.
Ooh, I like that.
Uh-huh. And then I want there to be a phone joke. I added that one in.
Like Bob.
Like Bob's on the phone doing a joke, like one-sided joke. And then I think the wife is going to cry because he was like laughing at her crying. So I think the wife is going to cry.
All right.
Yep.
Like it.
Those are my 4.
My 4 are, I think, Bob Eats.
We didn't see
Bob
any.
Eats.
Bob Eats. Number 4, I think 2. No, Howard talks about an air disaster.
Okay.
Okay.
I assume Howard's still around, and he walks in. And he goes, "Oh, you never know. Fire trucks were at the airport today." Number 3, Carol, who was his secretary.
Oh yeah, she seemed fun.
Yeah. She had real big hair. We didn't really talk about it, but she had real big hair, and I think Carol's hair is taller. I think she starts.
It's even
I
bigger.
think she starts Marging it. You know, Marge Simpsoning
I
it.
love that.
I think Carol's hair is taller, and that'll probably be subjective because we don't have a measuring tape, but we'll know.
Yeah,
we'll know. And number 4, I think someone's moving.
Okay.
It's a wedding, funeral, moving. What are we gonna do? Right?
You got to get those points somehow.
Yeah.
I have that Bob has a radio show.
Frasier.
He's Frasering out, dipping into the new media.
Love it.
I think
The new media. AM,
radio,
AM, FM radio.
talk radio. I think Bob eats chicken
No shit.
and probably doesn't like it, but he probably has some chicken.
Okay.
I don't know how you can not like chicken. Chicken's
what the
so
fuck?
versatile. Maybe he just hasn't had good chicken
He
yet.
needs thighs.
Maybe he needs some thighs. He's getting like 2 dry chicken breasts or
Well,
whatever.
I'm a breast man, but I make a good breast.
Yeah, you got to make a good breast. I made terrible chicken breasts for years, and I thought I didn't like chicken breast.
Yeah. Was like, it doesn't matter.
I was just over it, because you have the big slab of chicken breast, and you just try to cook it in the pan, and it's like not getting cooked all the way through. So you just gotta
Got cook in the oven,
dry
bro.
the fuck it out. Yeah.
425, 25 minutes. Promise you.
Yeah.
Joe sous vides it,
I sous vide it now, so they're fucking perfect.
Oh, hey, great.
yeah.
and then he sears it.
You gotta find the way chicken breast works for you,
Yeah.
and you're gonna love it.
See, I would have butterflied a breast.
Yeah, that works too.
And
Exactly.
so you have it a little bit not as thick, but I don't eat the meats. So, okay. Anyway.
I think that there's a Chicago Bears reference.
The Bears.
The Bears. And I think that Emily does something scary.
Like that she's afraid of?
Not necessarily that she's afraid of, but that someone could reasonably be afraid of. Like she
I'm
handles
gonna
a spider.
I want to accept anything within the range of possibility of what
Yeah.
you said. I don't even want
She
you to
does something
describe it.
scary.
She does something scary. Let's figure it out
All right.
because that's a good debate.
Mm-hmm.
I think Emily's going to at least be there.
Okay.
I hope so. All right, the finale looks like it's called Happy Trails to You.
That's
Someone's doing something.
somebody's going somewhere.
Well, I hope so. All right, so we're going to watch that and we'll be back. And we're back from the finale of the Bob Newhart Show. It was called Happy Trails to You. Claire, right up.
In the series finale, Bob and Emily prepare to leave for Chicago for a teaching job at a college in Oregon. That's it.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of it.
Mm-hmm.
The whole episode kind of revolved around they're just preparing to leave.
Yeah.
You're
And their
telling
community
everybody.
not ready for them to leave.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, mostly like Bob's community.
I guess.
Yeah, we kind of like glossed over Emily's friend. Like it sounds like she's a teacher or works in a school. She said something about her school, and I didn't cry all day today. And then she starts crying.
No one should have a job that makes them cry, unless it's tears of joy.
No,
Oh,
but
that
if you're
sounds
like
hard, too.
leaving a job,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
and
So I've worked at my workplace a long time, and like it was long enough that I thought that like there was a point a few years ago where I was just like, man, someday when I leave this place, it's gonna be like kind of an emotional moment when I have to like leave this cube and like, pack up my stuff and, have a one last time in this building. And then about 5 years ago, we all just fucking left the office and never came back. So now when I do eventually leave this company, it's just going to be like, just turn off my computer and then that's it.
Yeah.
See ya, everybody.
Yeah. When I left my office about 5 years ago as well, I left so much shit. It's so funny. I had 2 employees, and then and my 2 employees, I know they never went back.
Yeah.
Literally ever. And I asked them, I was like, hey guys, do you need to come get anything from your desks? And they were all like, fucking let it burn.
Nah.
They were just like,
Really?
they're just like, let it die. I had shoes, and I went back and got my shoes because they were nice shoes that I wear to weddings. You
left your nice shoes at work.
Well, they
Yeah, might have a meeting.
oh shit, boss is coming. Got to put on my nice shoes.
no, they were just my work shoes, but they were nice enough that I liked them, but they're I would only wear them to weddings or while I'm at work, kind of thing. They were brown, and they were great.
So would you like Mr. Rogers at work? You'd get to work and then change your shoes?
Yeah, my work shoes would be in the locker at work.
Oh my!
In my
God.
at my desk had a locking cabinet.
Oh, weird.
And my shoes would be in the cabinet, and I would come in because I would bike to work sometimes, or I would whatever, and then I would get to work and I'd be wearing my pants and my work shirt, and then I have my Vans slip-ons basically, and then I'd just walk to my desk and I'd open it up and I'd Mr. Rogers my shoes.
And you swap your hoodie for a cardigan. And
Zip it up.
tell the
zip it
guy in the
down.
cube next to you that he's very special.
I probably I didn't know him, but I did call him special a lot, and he was always thanks, man.
Did you feed the fish?
No fish. One time a really big hawk landed on the ledge.
What?
No joke. I was working late one day. I always worked later than everyone because I was 8:30 to 5, and most people were 6:30 to 3 because everyone came in super early, and I was well, if I don't have to do that, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
And it kind of worked out because then I was then there's someone around.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
People
Got
that.
coverage.
Yeah. And it was 4:30, 4:45, and then I heard a little window tap, and I'm on the 6th floor, and it's just
terrifying.
a fucking hawk, just sitting on the ledge, just being "What up, dude?" And I was holy shit, this is great. Nature, am I right?
It's wild.
That's really wild.
Yeah,
I'd probably stop working and take pictures.
I did, but it was years ago now. Maybe I can find them.
Find the hawk pictures.
maybe I
Post them on the Instagram.
Let's do it. Bob, however, is moving to Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
One thing we didn't talk about in the first episode, which is just weird to me, and we've talked about it with maybe the Andy Griffith show and such like that, is it's the Bob Newhart Show, but he is Bob Hartley.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just like the Mary Tyler Moore show, it's her and she's Mary something else.
Yeah, he's not Bob Taylor though.
No, like Andy Griffith.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is? Because it was Tim the Toolman
Tim
Taylor.
the Toolman Taylor.
Yeah, he should have been.
There's one more I can't remember though.
Yeah, should have been Bob Taylor.
Yeah, I don't know. Why was that a thing? And also, how do you get a show just with your name?
It seemed like he was known as a comedian before he had this show.
Who now would have that? And why would you? I wouldn't want that. I'd want a show with a name.
Yeah, we were talking about that last week too with the Drew Carey show.
Oh, I guess that would probably be the most recent one that I can think of.
Oh, what was his last name in that show?
It's got to be Carey.
I assume it was just Drew Carey, but I didn't clock.
But I don't think we clocked
They
it.
just kind of called him Drew most of the time.
No, Mike, let's look it up.
But yeah, Bob Newhart.
Drew Carey.
Okay, yeah.
Boo.
Bob Newhart put out some comedy albums apparently.
Yeah, he was a comedian. But I still don't understand how is it we're going to have a show that's named after you, but you're not going to be that character name.
The character name is weird because I mean, we have plenty of examples of obviously many comedians having their own show.
Mm-hmm.
But Seinfeld, they didn't call it Seinfeld, and he wasn't Jerry Taylor.
It's true. Yeah, it was just Seinfeld, and he's just still Jerry Seinfeld in the show.
Yeah. The Cosby Show.
That's the next one I
He's
thought
a
of.
Huxtable.
Clearly based on the comedy of Bill Cosby, but he was playing a different character named,
Bill Huxtable.
Bill Huxtable.
Why wasn't it called like the Huxtables?
I think you guys could do like a
Interesting.
whole episode on this, just some deep dives.
Well, there's just
I'd
gotta
listen to that.
there's just like some dumb industry reason for this, right?
I mean,
That we don't know about.
the obvious thing is like you're trying to build the brand off of this is a known person.
Yeah.
Is it just like rights? Like why WWE changes someone's name to Ricky something to Ricky Saints or whatever?
I think it's more like you like this actor. Oh, I'm going
Yes.
to turn on their show.
Yeah, because if it was a WWE thing, then it would be the Hartley show, because like that's what the company owns, is the character
It
of
would be
Bob
the Hartley,
Hartley,
it would
right?
be the Hartley brothers.
Yeah, but it's interesting. That's like we did Night Court a few weeks ago, and then John Larroquette went on to do the John Larroquette show,
Yeah.
which again is he's not playing himself. And he's also not that famous. He's just the guy from Night Court.
Is he just playing like John Duggan?
I guess,
something,
but
or
he's like
whatever.
playing like a similar character that he played on Night Court.
Yeah.
But it's still just interesting. They're just like, hey, remember this guy that you know? He's in this show. I think that's more of the thing. You like Bill Cosby?
Maybe you get paid more to like use your name. So it's like a way to get more money.
Well, then why wouldn't you want to use your name as a character?
That's the real question, is like, why wouldn't you just like make it simple and just be
I guess why does it even
Dr.
matter?
Because
Cosby or
then
whatever.
you're yourself, and you don't want to be yourself.
But a lot of this is based on the comedy of like,
What
I
is-
know. I don't
that's-
know.
Like,
I don't know.
like okay, Bill Cosby's not a doctor, but like Tim Allen, like they base maybe he's not a like he doesn't actually have a tool show, but he's clearly a guy who likes cars and tools, right? And so like the comedy of that show and his character is based on just like an exaggeration of himself. So like why not just call that character Tim Allen? And avoid confusion.
And then they'd be like, wait a minute, I thought he was a comic, but he's a tool guy.
But then
Yeah.
you couldn't be Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Yeah, it sounds great.
I don't-
Tim Taylor sounds great.
I think if I was having a show, first off, I would never name the show.
Tim the Tall Man Allen.
I would never name the show after me. Like, I don't think I could handle that. I wouldn't want my name out there like that.
I bleeped your
What-
name last week, don't worry about it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. I wasn't
No,
sure if you were gonna.
I did it. I made a note.
You guys talked about it, and
Jimmy said your last name, and I bleeped it.
which one?
What do you mean?
The old one or the new one?
The name you have.
Okay.
I don't want to say. What do
No,
you
don't
mean?
say it
You want me to say
now.
the one that I bleeped?
Well,
Like as in like the name that I also have, or the other one.
No, the one that you have
Oh.
alone.
okay. Which technically legally.
Yeah.
But that's nice for my family. It's been on this podcast about 750 times. So if people...
Well, it was really funny because Jimmy goes, bleep that. And I was like, I mean, Claire said it like 500 times probably. But also,
But Jimmy lately has been throwing it out there.
yeah, but since Claire didn't say it, I'm going to bleep it.
Oh, rude. Or nice. I
So-
don't know.
Jimmy didn't get consent to say your name.
Well, then there's a couple other episodes I need you to go back and edit.
No, let me know which ones. I'll do it.
So a confusing example of a show we haven't done is Ellen, starring Ellen DeGeneres.
Mm-hmm.
What's her character name?
Her character's name is Ellen Morgan.
Okay.
But the confusing thing about that is like there's Ellen, which is the sitcom, and then there's also the Ellen DeGeneres show, which is her
Talk show?
talk
Talk
show.
show.
Yeah.
I didn't know I didn't know she had a sitcom.
What?
Did I not know that?
That's where
You
she
did
like,
know this.
You
You
it was
have to have
so
known
Because when people
big.
just say Ellen, I thought they just meant like her talk show.
No,
No,
this is
she-
before that.
She had a sitcom. The thing about the sitcom was like they had a storyline where like her character came out as a lesbian.
and it was huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then the show got canceled.
Was she out as a lesbian before that?
It was like she had come out like shortly before
Yeah.
that.
I
and
was
then
say,
they
was
were
it
gonna
like
build it
kind
into
of
the
her
show.
like national outing?
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
actually.
We haven't done that show.
You
Ellen.
haven't done Ellen?
But yeah, her character is Ellen Morgan. and both Ellen Morgan and Ellen DeGeneres are lesbians. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride Month. Okay, should we talk about Bob
I
Newhart
guess.
Show?
I guess. They're all sad that Bob's leaving.
Yeah, everybody's sad. Bob's moving to Oregon. He first starts off by like talking to office folk about it. Like there's this dentist guy and then his secretary Carol, and they're like, "Okay, see ya." And then he's
Oh, you mean the dentist guy, Peter Boners?
Played by Peter Boners with a Z.
Spell the name.
It's a boner, Z.
I
Peter Boners.
feel like he had the wrong calling. There's like another field he could have really gotten into.
Peter Boners is just like, that's like a 2003, like someone signed up for.
Dude, that's the bass player from Sum 41. That's
Okay.
Peter Boners.
Do
Like,
they
you know what I'm
not-
saying?
Do they call them boners in the 70s?
We've always called them boners.
I don't know.
The Mongols called them boners.
Okay, wow. You would think that he would change his name, considering, like, you know, you're joining the Actors
Changed his
Guild.
name. He changed his name to Boners. What are you talking about? No one's last name is Boners with a Z, and it's real.
Yeah.
Right?
I
That,
don't know.
that reads to me like an AIM screen name. Like XX Peter Boners XX.
Like you name your cat Boners with a Z. Like you're not named Boners.
Well,
I'm looking him up.
he doesn't look like a boner. I wouldn't guess that would be his last name. But yeah, so basically Bob says, "Hey, we're actually gonna move," and then he's gonna tell his patients. So he had like a group of like 3 people, and one of them we had seen before on the airplane. So that was kind of an interesting callback, because you know, somebody from the first episode.
Yep. A patient from the first episode.
Yeah, so he like tells them, and they act accordingly, like upset, and then the one guy acts like he's not upset. But then he like comes back into the office and is like hugging Bob and is like, "You can't leave me."
I got a couple things to say. Really
Okay,
quick.
go back about, but let's talk about boners.
I'm really sorry. He was born in 1938 as Peter Roman Boners.
Peter Roman Boners.
They claim his real name is Peter Roman Boners.
See, it happens.
His father was Christopher Boners.
He went to Marquette.
Oh,
which is the thing that I had to say.
yeah, you had to say that.
Just because I feel like Joe cares about that. His spouse, married in 1963, Rosalind de Trapani Boners.
She kept the name.
She got.
I don't think I would have taken it.
If I marry someone named Boners, I'm taking that name.
No. Well, it depends on your job. As a teacher, I would have never wanted to have.
Proctologist.
Yeah. Boners. Joe, do you have anything to add about boners?
He also went to Marquette University High School in Milwaukee.
Oh,
Yeah.
so he's Midwestern.
Yeah.
He seems like that in this show.
I mean, he's a dentist. His name is Boners.
I wonder if he like went to school when my mom was there. That'd be weird.
No, he graduated in 1960.
Oh, too young.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe my uncle was there. Yeah, so then we got Bob Newhart. I'm really trying to stick with the plot, guys. This is hard.
Yeah, sorry.
He's saying
There's just
goodbye.
a lot of good things going on around their show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did make Joe and Josh take a shot of some booze randomly when somebody said hi, Bob.
Someone said hi, Bob, and we did the
We
game.
obliged.
Yeah, and they definitely were trying to drink on all the Bobs, but then it got to be too many Bobs.
I'm out of drinks.
You're out of drinks. Okay.
See, they said hi. We'll just say they just said Bob too much.
They said Bob a lot. So now I understand why the college kids in the 70s made this a drinking game.
Yeah.
But he's saying goodbye, and then there's like the whole thing about like the landlord is trying to make them pay a lot of extra fees for breaking their lease.
Have you guys ever had troubles with landlords?
Well, I've always
Like moving out, like getting your deposits back and stuff? I feel like I hear a lot of like horror stories about that, and I've always gotten my full deposit back in every place I've ever lived in.
The last place I rented from, the manager told us because we didn't clean the stove, like, oh man, this is going to be a huge charge. Like, this is going to come off your security deposit, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be, I'm sorry, but this is going to be a huge charge. And then when it came back later, the charge was like $30 off of our security deposit. And
Obviously, like $1,500.
Yeah, we're just like, okay, great.
But also, like, you guys hadn't even vacuumed. Like, it was they're like, well, we're going to replace all the
that's the
carpet.
thing, is like they were going to renovate the entire apartment. So like, even that $30 is bullshit. But like when they were saying like, oh, this is going to be huge, it's like $30. It's like, okay, whatever.
I've never had problems with it, but I have had friends in different places. Like, one person, it was clearly like the landlord's a scammer. Like, they're like a college. It's like they rent to a lot of college kids, and then every year, like, the pictures that they sent were like not of the way it looked when they left, and like compare pictures, and it was like, yeah, no, my window wasn't broken like that, or we didn't have that tile in the bathroom.
I've had an apartment when I was in my mid-20s where one of my friends was like sitting on the back of my couch, leaning against like the main window that like looked out to the front yard, and it was like a double pane window, thank God, because he like leaned against the window and he broke the whole window. Like, it like broke, and we're like, shit. And it was only the first pane, so he like didn't go through the window type thing. So I literally just like closed the blinds, and then we just like continued to like have a good time because it was like a Saturday night kind of thing. And then maybe, and I knew it was there, but I was just like, what do I guess I have to call my landlord eventually and say like, the inside of my window's broke. Like, the window's broken. I'm like, sorry. 2 weeks go by. Literally one time I came home. I come home from work. I walk into my apartment. The window's completely fixed.
What?
Weird.
And my landlord never contacted me.
What?
So like, fucked up, obviously, because someone came into my like apartment.
You can change a window from the outside. But
No, because the outside was fine. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they only needed to replace the inside like pane. So they were inside and they fixed it. And then I was like, okay, well, it got fixed. And then I moved out and I got my full deposit back. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was kind of like a thing. I was like, I don't like what you did. I don't like that you informed me, but I also like, we broke the shit out of this place. You just secretly fixed it. Well, not so secretly. I figured it out, obviously. And then I moved out and I got my money back. So whatever. It's kind of like
it's pretty lucky.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's just like, a lot of people would probably like raise a fuss. And I was just like, I think I got away with this. You know, like, if they're not going to say anything to me, then I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, none of your shit got noticeably fucked with.
I do not recall anything being fucked or gone.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
the repair guy could have like tried on all your clothes, but that's fine.
Could have kissed everything I own.
I still think they could have fixed it from the outside, but
Yeah, maybe. But, well, either way. Maybe they did. But either way, a really big problem was fixed and no one informed me that anyone was coming. So.
You're just picking up each and every one of your individual DVDs and kissing them and putting them back on the shelf.
that's no. So, Bob's landlord, though.
Yeah, he was just like bad landlord trope.
Yeah.
He was funny. He said something funny, but I don't remember what it was. But
The in-studio audience loved him. Like,
It seemed like they really liked him.
He must be like a comedian of the times. I didn't think he was that funny.
Or just a beloved character from the show.
I think he's just like dry as shit, and he's good in his good times.
Well, there you go. And then they go back to the office.
Oh, and have like one last like therapy session.
Yeah, and Bob tries to like sneak in another psychologist, and like that was weird.
I don't think he snuck. He was like, I'm leaving. If you guys want, here's a like psychologist I recommend.
He had shared their like patient notes.
Yeah,
It was wild.
It's a TV show.
Yeah, okay.
HIPAA doesn't exist.
apply,
HIPAA
okay.
doesn't apply on TV.
But then one of the people, because there was like a joke about going and getting gender affirming surgery in Denmark or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so like the one guy walks in and he's dressed as a woman.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you can't leave if I'm like this now. He looked great as a woman. In fact, I think he looked better as a woman. He had legs
He
for it.
he kind of looked like more put together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because he had this like weird, like kind of like bowl cut kind of thing going on.
As a woman, he's not afraid of flying.
Oh, there you go.
Problem solved.
He said his dress was designer.
Yeah, I mean he's wearing nicer clothes.
Yeah, he looks great. So I'd be like, oh, maybe this is actually what you needed, me to push you out the nest. But yeah, in the middle of the session though, that Bob like sneaks out and like just lets the other guy like take over the session, which I think is super weird.
Yeah, no. When he like snuck out, that was kind of weird, but it's all serves the funny, because that was the last time we saw any of the therapy people.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last little bit was that Bob just kind of had a going away party. They threw it in their own apartment.
Yep.
Him and Emily, and I mean, we got Peter Boners came in. Howard came in.
I like how we talk about him like with his real name.
I don't know what his character's name is. Once I found out his last name was Boners, I didn't care what his character's name was. It's Peter Boners.
Carol shows up.
Carol shows up.
I was surprised that it was
Howard.
like that little of a party. I was kind of expecting more people at this goodbye party.
They're close friends.
Which, yeah.
Okay, well, Bob Newhart's 75 years old in this episode. His wife Emily's, I think, 36.
He's literally 40 something.
He's so old looking. Most adults that are in their 40s only have like 4 friends.
That's true.
So, which that might be an epidemic.
But yeah, they
That's
all
so
got to
sad.
like have some closure and say goodbye. Have a moment.
Yeah, that was kind of it.
That was
Kind of
it.
like, cool, we're moving to Oregon. Bye. It's fine. I mean, I think it was a better last than a first in the terms that it felt like a last.
Yeah.
And the other one did not feel like a first. But they were both funny. Joe, there was a joke right at the very, very end of the show, and it had you going.
Oh, just that they were singing Oklahoma from Oklahoma as just kind of a last send-off thing. And then there was the one guy, Howard, was not singing along, and they were trying to get him to sing along. And he was just like, I don't know the words. He was like, I don't even know anything from South Pacific. It's just funny because it's clear they're singing Oklahoma. It's very clear what they're singing, and it's not the
And
same
what
musical.
musical it's from.
Yeah,
You got a real chuckle.
yeah.
Got a good joke. The theater kid and Joe really got tickled.
The 4 musicals I know.
I know that one. It was great. It was funny. So yeah, cool. Anybody watching more of this show?
I'm kind of interested in the middle.
Yes, I'm not watching more of this show, but I'm interested.
I bet Bob Newhart Show has one good Halloween episode.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's got to
exactly.
And I know you two are
Yeah.
suckers for that.
be like, give me a Christmas episode.
Yeah.
There was like something I was seeing on the Wikipedia that like there's like 2 of the episodes that were like on lists for like best episodes ever, created for TV or whatever. Like,
Really, too.
yeah, one of them was, the title was over the something and through the woods. What's it called?
River?
Over the river and through the woods. And so I had clocked that one and was just like, is this about like visiting his like grandmother or something? Like, I don't know, but I'm interested in like what the best episode of the Bob Newhart Show is.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to... I've never known that this list existed.
And there's like there's like later lore with the Bob Newhart Show. Isn't there a thing where like doesn't like the Newhart Show end in a dream or something, and then he wakes up and it's like he's back in bed with like his wife from this show or something?
There is something like that. That I read about.
I guess I could just like say, is there this thing, and I could just go to the Wikipedia and find out.
I do believe you are.
Because I think there's also a
It was all a
Saint Nowhere,
Saint Elsewhere?
Saint Elsewhere verse connection.
Oh, this show's connected to Elsewhere? It's in the snow globe?
It's in the snow globe in popular culture. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. Later appearances by series characters: Saint Elsewhere, Jack Riley reprised his role as Elliot Carlin. Blah 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 blah.
This is good for radio.
No,
Yeah.
nothing really. It's just like there's just characters that overlap, but then it's Newhart, where Newhart and Plachette, who plays Emily, reprised their roles from the show for the 1990 finale of Newhart, in which it was really revealed that the entire Newhart series had just been Bob Hartley's dream. Bob and Emily wake up in a room identical in appearance to the Chicago bedroom from the Bob Newhart Show.
I'd only be. I feel like I'd watch that in 1990 or whatever, and I'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Think it's funny to be like, "Oh shit, that's the Newhart Show."
Yeah, but
No, but would you know it's the Bob Newhart
there's
show?
about probably half of the people watching it that have never seen the Bob Newhart Show,
I guess, yeah.
which is kind of funny. But I dig it because that's some bullshit that I would do.
Yeah.
Be like, I made a thing before and I'm connecting it to it right at the end just for fun.
Yeah, it's silly, fun stuff, right?
I also heard that there was some connection to Murphy Brown, and where Murphy Brown was trying to get Carol, the secretary.
Bob Newhart was somebody from the show was in Murphy Brown.
Yeah, Bob Newhart was too.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
goes and tries to get Carol to come back, and Carol does come back to work for Bob Newhart.
Yeah.
Dude, well, that's kind of crazy because that means if Bob Newhart's connected to Murphy Brown, that means Bob Newhart's also connected to Seinfeld because Kramer was in Murphy Brown. The show.
As Kramer?
The show. Kramer was Murphy Brown's assistant in the show Murphy Brown on Seinfeld.
Oh, wow.
Like when he moved to California, he was in an episode of Murphy Brown.
Wild. It's all connected.
Yeah.
Well, should we talk predictions if it's all connected?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get some points. Okay.
How'd you do?
Well, I think that's a true finale.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
They're like singing together.
Yeah.
Wife cries. She does. She was saying she wasn't going to, and then she did. There was singing. I didn't see any phone jokes, so I get 3 points.
Was this singing? I remember it, but I don't remember it.
Oklahoma.
Oh, they just sing it. It's saying Oklahoma. Number one, I said Bob eats. I don't recall Bob eating.
No.
Don't.
I forgot to keep watching for Bob eating. I was really hooked on whether or not I was going to hear hi Bob.
He was reminding us.
But I don't think Bob ate. So number two, I said Howard talks about an air disaster. And unfortunately, I think Howard couldn't do anything but be sad that Bob was moving.
Mm-hmm. He asked about dinner.
Which some would say is an air disaster. No, so he didn't do that. Number three, I said Carol's hair is taller. I think it's categorically shorter.
She's got like a tight perm.
Well, because she had like a big poof kind of thing, where she probably had like stilts underneath her hair in the first episode, or a lot of hairspray.
A lot of hairspray.
And this one, she just had like a basic perm, basically. She was permed.
She's more into the hip culture.
Which that's chill. That's chill. I'm not gonna ruin that for her. But number four, I said someone's moving. Bob's moving to Oregon. This is what the whole episode's about. So I'm taking one. What do you got, Joe?
I had that Bob has a radio show, so not quite. He needs chicken. He didn't eat anything. Chicago Bears reference, not that either. And then Emily does something scary. There wasn't anything really in particular that she did. She's moving.
That's scary.
Stop it, Claire.
Quitting a job. Scary.
Stop trying to give Joe points.
You said anything counted as scary.
I say we could talk about it.
No, you basically gave him the runway to go with anything that I deemed as scary, and all of
that's not what I did.
No, he said stop there because I want to talk about it when we do this to argue through it.
And moving while maybe an anxious activity and could technically be scary to some. Mm-hmm. I do not think that Emily at least thought it was scary. Or it was portrayed as scary in the least bit.
I was thinking phobia scary. She stands on a tall building. Or she
I'm
maybe
really,
she-
really
well,
trying
maybe-
to help you.
Well, maybe she would have had a phobia about moving, Joe. She didn't.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, that's not. I'm not
I don't
counting
think
that.
so.
And Joe's also, I think, on my team.
No, I don't think. In the spirit of my prediction, I don't think she did it.
All right.
Yeah.
Is that your last one?
Yeah, so 0 points.
All right.
Just trying to get you one, man.
Here's the thing.
You don't
1
wanna
point
win.
where I didn't feel in my heart that I earned it, or 0 points when I feel like I totally earned that 0.
When I fucking nailed that 0.
That's how you roll.
That's
Mhm.
right. Listeners, that's going to do it for us in the Bob Newhart Show. If you want to hit us with show suggestions, tell us any more connections, I guess, to St. Elsewhere, Bob Newhart, Seinfeld, Murphy Brown. I want that Venn diagram, red string billboard.
Somebody like
conspiracy
texted me.
shit going on.
Texted me like, "Hey, make them do this," and I said, "I'm not gonna remember.
Yeah.
You got to send an email." So hopefully they email you.
I've checked my email recently. I don't think we've gotten a
Sad.
recent email.
But if you tell me I don't remember, people,
Yeah.
and
Don't tell
just tell
Claire.
me.
Hit us up at F&L Podcast on the Gmail, on the Twitter, on the Instagram. Those are the things that we check. Let us know. Just send us shit, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, well, they'll watch it.
We got nothing but time.
Mm,
Listen to this podcast. We meandered the whole way through. We got time. We can talk about your inquiries. Please hit us up at F&L Podcast on the various things. Claire, thanks for joining us.
Oh yeah, I'm just glad I didn't fall asleep.
You did great. You were wide awake.
Yeah.
You're more awake than most of the times you're here, actually.
This wasn't that boring, but also like Joe was, he said stuff about throwing shoes at people, so I stayed very.
Yeah, if
awake.
you would have fallen asleep, me and Joe both would have went upstairs and found shoes and thrown them at you.
Well, no, thank you.
What happened? Sorry. But yes. Well, thank you for hitting us up and hanging out. Because you're probably going to be gone for a little bit, and
Yeah, potentially.
give or take a week or so, Joe might be gone too anyway. So we'll figure it out. First and last, we'll live on. Jimmy will be back. He's just on a date tonight.
Go Jimmy.
Go Jimmy. Way to go. But listeners, we'll see you next week. Goodbye.